Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so let's first have recapitulation. Ashwat, what are the main um, parts of body involved in the process of nutrition?
Ma'am, can you once again repeat?
I'm asking what are the main parts involved in the process of nutrition in animals, in human beings especially? Yes, Ashwat. Okay, Rishit. Ashwat, I'm asking you, dear,
Yes, ma'am.
what are the different parts involved in the process of nutrition?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Can anyone tell me what am I asking?
Ma'am, you're asking the main part. Of nutrition in animals.
Only you tell.
Ma'am, ingestion.
Different parts here, parts of
Uh,
body.
Ma'am, esophagus.
Hmm. Beginning in the very beginning, the first is esophagus.
Buccal cavity.
Okay.
Esophagus.
Hmm.
And ma'am, should I say the glands also? Liver, pancreas, and gallbladder.
Hmm.
And then the stomach,
Hmm.
the small intestine, the large intestine, and the rectum and the anus.
Good. Hmm. Tell me about ingestion. Afan, tell me about ingestion. What is it? Afan, are you there? I think if you cannot unmute yourself, if you cannot respond in any way, there is no point of being in the class. Devesh,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
ingestion.
it is like a process of taking in food into our body,
Hmm.
and like different organisms take taking food in different ways. Like some organisms like have special mouths, and some organisms have some outgrowths, and like snake swallow this food, and birds have their beak to catch and tear the food.
Ma'am, ingestion is the process of which food is taken by the body.
Hmm. Okay. Just give me a minute. After ingestion, what's next?
Ma'am, digestion.
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 Person who's gonna explain.
Ma'am, digestion is the process which converts complex substances into simple substances by secreting juices to digest the food.
Okay. And next step is
Absorption.
absorption. We didn't write absorption in detail yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. We wrote till digestion only.
Digestion only. Okay. Next, put the heading of the absorption. So first point, absorption in general means is the uptake of soluble substances. Uptake of soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body. The basic meaning you all know. So first point is, mm, first point is in humans. In humans, absorption takes place in small intestine. In humans, absorption takes place in small intestine where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. Where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
In humans, absorption takes place in small intestine where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. Okay. Second point. In birds,
Ma'am, can you tell the last part of the first sentence?
after small intestine, where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. Second, in birds, absorption takes place in small intestine. In snakes, absorption takes place in the lining of, sorry, in birds, absorption takes place in the small intestine. Then, third point, in snakes, absorption takes place in the lining of digestive system. Absorption takes place in the lining of digestive system.
Ma'am, can you write it?
Ma'am,
In the lining of digestive system. Lining, you can say the wall of digestive system. And last, in insects, In insects, absorption takes place in the hind gut. Absorption takes place in the hind gut. Hind gut is a part of the insect's digestive system only, where like us, means like our digestive system, their hind gut also absorbs the required nutrients, salt, water, and remove all the feces out of the digestive system. Okay. Next, assimilation. It is the use of simple substances. Use of okay, assimilation you already know. Now write the first point. Hmm. In humans, birds, and snakes, assimilation first point in humans altogether at once we have to write. In humans, birds, and snakes, assimilation takes place in various tissues and organs. Assimilation takes place in various tissues and organs throughout the body. Throughout the body. Can anyone tell what assimilation basically means?
Ma'am, assimilation is making use of simple substance to make like complex substances.
Like after the process of digestion, um, after the process of absorption, where the soluble substances are to be uptaken into the tissues of the body. After that, that simpler substances again needs to get convert into complex substances for their functioning, for their role, and provide us energy, body building, muscle building, etc. Okay. Second point of assimilation in insects. In insects, assimilation takes place in the fat body. Assimilation takes place in the fat body.
Ma'am, can you repeat once again?
In insects, assimilation takes place in the fat body. Actually, you can say like fat body specifically is a separate tissue in insects, which which plays the main role in insects' life by storing and releasing energy and allowing the nutrients to perform the other metabolic functions or their basic functioning.
Ma'am, can you spell the last word in the second point?
Fat body, fat body. Right.
Okay.
And the last main heading, digestion, removal of unwanted substances out of body or elimination of undigested food. First point, in humans, waste is eliminated. Waste is eliminated through the rectum and anus. Through the rectum and anus. Second, in birds and snakes, Second, in birds and snakes, waste is eliminated. There's a new word. Waste is eliminated through cloaca. CLOACA. Birds and snakes, waste is eliminated through cloaca. Third point, in insects, waste is eliminated through the anus. Waste is eliminated through anus. Noted.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should I erase all this?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Now let's understand it better via video.
Nutrition in human beings. The process of nutrition in human beings is called as digestion. Human beings consist of specialized organs for the process of digestion called as digestive system. Digestive system includes alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal starts from mouth to anus. Mouth. Mouth is the first part of the alimentary canal. The taking of food through the mouth is called ingestion. When food enters into the mouth, a complex food is crushed with the help of teeth and muscular tongue into small particles. This process is called chewing. Saliva secreted from salivary glands into buccal cavity. The crushed food forms into a soft bolus with the help of saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that broken down starch into sugar. Now partially digested food enters into digestive canal. It has a lining of muscles which helps to push the food forward. This movement is called peristaltic movement. Esophagus. The food enters from the mouth into stomach through food pipe or esophagus. Stomach. The stomach is a large muscular hollow part which expands when food enters into it. The muscular walls of the stomach help in mixing of food with digestive juices or enzymes. Gastric glands present in the walls of the stomach which release HCl, hydrochloric acid, mucus and digesting enzyme called pepsin. The mucus protects inner lining of stomach from action of acid under normal condition. The HCl creates an acidic medium which facilitates the action of pepsin. Small intestine. The exit of food from the stomach regulated by a sphincter muscles which releases a small amount of food into small intestine. Small intestine is the largest part and coiling. The digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats occurs in small intestine. Fats are in the form of large globules, so it is difficult to break down. Hence, bile juices secreted from liver, it consists bile salts which break down fats into small globules which increase the efficiency of enzyme action. Pancreatic juice secretes from pancreas which contains enzyme like trypsin and lipase. Proteins are break down with the help of trypsin and lipase for breakdown emulsified fats. The walls of small intestine secrete intestinal juices which finally digests proteins into amino acid. Carbohydrates converted into glucose. Fats converted into fatty acids and glycerol. In stomach, food is acidic in nature due to combine with HCl. So it's neutralized to alkaline with the help of pancreatic enzyme. Now the digested food is absorbed by walls of intestine. Absorption in small intestine. The inner layer of small intestine consists of numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase surface area of absorption. These villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which supplies absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. The absorbed food is utilized for obtaining energy, building up new tissues and repair of old tissues. Large intestine. The unabsorbed food is sent into large intestine. The large intestine also consists of villi which absorbs water from unabsorbed food. The remaining unabsorbed material which is called as feces is removed from the body through anus. The exit of feces is regulated by anal sphincter.
Namaste. Wishing all of you a very
What is the role of acid inside the stomach?
And hydrochloric acid.
What is its role?
It makes the medium of the food acidic.
Okay. And then, like, if excess of HCl is produced inside the body, it's gonna harm.
Ma'am, it's going to burn the mucus layer of the stomach.
Ma'am, hydrochloric acid can also help in killing bacteria that may enter into our stomach.
Once
Ma'am, it also activates pepsin.
Actually, what is trypsin? Ma'am, there's some type of juice called trypsin.
First tell me the role of pepsin.
Ma'am, pepsin
Ma'am,
breaks
to
down
break down
protein.
protein into amino acids.
Okay. Trypsin is also a kind of secretion that is somehow responsible for the breakdown of proteins only.
Okay, ma'am.
And what else? Carbohydrate, fats, and proteins are broken down in which part of body?
In
Small
the
intestine.
intestine.
Large intestine.
Small
Fine. Fine, that's it. Next, let's move to the next topic. Hmm. And then should we start reading about molecules later on? Okay. Who's gonna read about this mouth and the buccal cavity? Really?
Ma'am, can I read?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ma'am. The mouth and the buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process is called ingestion. In the mouth, the food is broken down into smaller pieces by the teeth. The mouth has salivary glands which secrete the saliva. The saliva breaks down starch into sugars. The tongue helps to mix the food with saliva and swallow the food.
Means every part of body have some or the other role, isn't it? So the digestion, the first process of digestion starts from the mouth itself, right as we put the bite into our mouth. So mouth has salivary glands. Like suppose if somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna have pani puri today," you know, any of your favorite thing may let your mouth release water. So that
Ma'am,
water.
there are different types of teeth, right?
Yeah. This is earlier classes topic, I think. In grade 5, we had this topic, no? Science, teeth. So, mouth also has some kind of substance released for the digestion process. That is saliva, released by salivary glands, which breaks down starch into sugar. If you have ever noticed that, if anything is lack of spices, if you keep it chewing, you will have some taste, some sweeter taste after you chew it enough. Why? Because chewing breaking the bite into simplest, smaller pieces, which is actually, breakdown of starch present in the food into sugar, right? So tongue helps to mix the food with saliva and swallow the food. Note this down. Noted.
Ma'am, one thing.
Noted.
One minute.
Moving next. Hmm. In detail about the tongue. The tongue has taste buds. Uh, has it ever been possible that you can taste anything with the help of teeth?
No, ma'am.
Teeth only just gives the
No,
sensation of
ma'am.
or coldness. If our teeth are not so strong, they'll be sensitive and we'll feel uncomfortable while taking quite hot and quite cold things. So taste buds are present on the tongue and different region of the tongue detect different taste. This is very interesting. See how nature is it. The front part is for sweet. The next parallel part is for salt, then is for sour, and the last part is for bitter things. Oh my God, this reminds me of the thing, whenever I had to take medicines, very hard for me to take medicines. I cannot take and put it on our tongue, especially. So, I used to take it and mixing in the water, hold my nose tightly, and just swallow. So nothing much about it. It's very clear that different parts of tongue have different taste. Uh, you can note this also. Is it done?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone,
Yes, ma'am.
four types of teeth. So I hope just all of you must be remembering few and their roles.
Ma'am.
Mm.
Like in my exam, in my science exam, there was one question.
Mm.
Like it was related to tongue question only. Like the
Mm.
question was, you were blindfolded and asked to identify the drinks provided in two different glasses. You could identify drink A as lime juice and B as bitter gourd juice. How could you do it in spite of being blindfolded? Was the question. I'm like, what can I write for the answer?
We have to test which glass contain lime juice and
No, like yes, ma'am. Which contain lime juice and one test like glass B was containing bitter gourd juice. Now, but they will not tell you that glass contain this juice and that glass contain that juice. You are blindfolded. Yeah, you cannot see the juice color, but by tasting it, you have to
mm.
tell whether it is an which kind of juice it is. But still,
So by
we did it.
tasting you have to tell, right?
Yeah, like I wrote the answer like by
our taste buds gets senses the taste, and then we get the taste and we can identify. But still I got only 1 mark for that. Actually it was for 2 marks. So what can I explain?
So this way, that's one is sour, that lemonade would be sour and bitter gourd would be bitter of acid and base simply.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Hmm. So let's think about teeth. Okay, let's do one thing, because if I start the topic now, it will take time. We have the function of different types of teeth also, different functions, right? So revise this much part which we have covered for tomorrow's test. Okay, we'll meet soon in the next week. Okay, children, bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.